Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Betting Truth. And I saw this video pop up on my feed, even though 8 months ago is when it was recorded. I just now saw it. And so Dave Ramsey, who is a guy I respect a lot when it comes to financial advice, it looks like he got a caller calling about how sports betting is my side hustle, and Dave Ramsey's going to give his take on it. So I'm really interested to see what Dave Ramsey's take is going to be. I haven't watched it yet, and I'll give my reaction to that. So let's go ahead and watch this video.
Today's question comes from Jason in Illinois. Jason writes, "My question is about income from a side hustle. I recently began sports betting and have built up a bankroll of about $4,000. So his side hustle is gambling. My wife and I have about $55,000 in total debt, excluding the house. We earn about 61 grand a year. I'm a saver," said the gambler. "My wife is a spender. We don't have a budget and need an additional $500 to cover our bills for the month. I have agreed."
I can see Dave face palming, so I know where Dave's going to go with this. He's going to tear this guy to shreds, and I would too. If you are in debt, guys, if you are in any kind of debt at all, you do not need to be betting on sports. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I was betting on sports before I paid off all my student loans. It was probably not a good idea. It's something I definitely would have done differently. You know, you live and learn. And so this guy's going to get torn to shreds, like I should have been if I did the same thing, if I called into Dave Ramsey back in 2013 or something. So let's go ahead.
To withdraw. This is my favorite sentence I've ever read on the show. "I have agreed to withdraw $250 a month from my sports betting account to help cover our shortage, but my wife would prefer I liquidate the account. Dave, what should I do?" Oh man, this is a real person. Oh man,
There's a human out there that really asked that.
There's a reason they're laughing. Guys, put first things first. Get all your debt paid off before you start wasting money trying to chase winning money betting on sports. Because if 99.99% of people who bet on sports lose, then you're just going to make your financial situation worse, not better, by betting on sports. Trust me, like I said, firsthand experience here. Although when I was betting on sports back when I was paying off my student loans, I was betting not a lot of money at all. It was more of a recreational thing, if anything. And I was working 2 jobs and I was paying off my student loans. I worked 2 jobs for 7 years to get it all done. So it's not like I definitely did not have $4,000 sitting in my sports betting account at the time. More like $40.
if we don't say something stupid, we're going to be employed forever. Forever.
Oh man.
All right, so Jason, you're not a
Jason, you're not from the South. Around the South, we would say, "Bless your heart."
Bless your heart. So number one, gambling is not a side hustle.
Because you're not that good, you prideful, arrogant little jerk.
It's an addiction.
Yes, gambling is not a side hustle, guys. It drives me nuts when people say they're looking to make a side income or a side hustle or like a second income betting on sports. No, it is a liability. I don't care how good you think you are. I don't care how good of a run you are in the short term or medium term. In the long run, unless you're just a total genius savant when it comes to modeling and all that type of stuff, it is a liability. Guys, it is. It's not going to make your financial situation better, so don't do it if you are in debt like this guy. Even if you're not in debt, even if you've got all your debt paid off and you got the disposable income, it's still a liability. It's not going to be a side hustle. It's not going to be a second job or a second income. Drop the fantasy.
Addiction. Number two, you're not a saver, you're a gambler. I sometimes, like, this guy sounds like he thinks he's not playing.
He thinks he's so good at it that it's a guaranteed income.
Yes.
That's what I meant by you arrogant, prideful little jerk. That's what I was saying. Yeah. There's an arrogance that goes with this type of addiction that he thinks he's the exception to the rule, and he thinks that MGM Grand was built by Santa Claus instead of by bettors who lost their butts to Caesar.
I might as well just shut down my channel now. There's no point in me keeping this channel up anymore. Dave Ramsey just said it best. I mean, that's the foundation that Sports Betting Truth and my channel is built on, is that everyone thinks they are the exception when it comes to sports betting. Everyone thinks they can get it figured out. Everyone thinks they will be the ones who profit and make money. And that's why sports books are such a big industry right now, because they sucker in all these fools who think that they're going to be the ones who overcome the odds and conquer the odds, when you're not. If someone like me couldn't do it, then the average person has no chance. But then again, when I was betting on sports, when I was paying off my student loans back in the day and was still in debt and everything, I mean, for me, it was more of just, like I said, a recreational thing to test out my models. I was not betting a lot of money like this Jason guy, but still, don't be stupid.
Right, in his palace. Yes. So liquidate this immediately, all 4,000. Put all $4,000, close all of your sports betting accounts. Take your wife out for a cheap meal and say you are sorry and that you have lied to her and you've been dishonest and you're going to go get help. And then go get a second job that you work for and that pays you every time.
And you earn money and stuff.
And never say you have a $250 a month side betting account. Never.
No. He has $4,000 that's his money
that he earned,
and
in his
he was
hustle.
going to bless his little wife by allowing her to use $250 of his $4,000 because he's that kind of guy.
From his business account.
He's a sweet guy that way.
No more separate accounts.
Now, did you hear all the sarcasm, folks? I just want to make sure you heard sarcasm in there because that's it's important that you heard that. You arrogant little self-centered, unbelievable. You need help, son.
Just don't say it because you're going to get us canceled.
No, I'm not going to get canceled. I own the show. How can I cancel me?
That'd be nice of you. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, man, you're not. I don't know how to say this. You're not well. A buddy of mine who's a pastor here in town walked me through the increase in sports betting.
Oh yeah.
In Tennessee.
Yeah. No.
And
Period.
It's astounding.
Period. No, the number one fastest growing addiction in America, online porn. Number 2, online gambling, and most of it is sports.
But I didn't see the money.
And we have a cool dude named Caesar doing commercials. Give me a break here.
Unbelievable the amount of money
It is
spent
not
on sports betting.
funny. I have talked to 25 people in the past handful of months that have lost their families, their businesses, their jobs. Their wife is done, and it's all because he thought he was cute betting football. And it starts there. It's just, I'm sorry, you're not cute, dude. Yeah. And you're not cute looking at porn either. I'm not.
I actually recorded a video just before this one about what Dave just said and how so many people are ruining their lives with sports betting becoming more and more mainstream, more and more legalized in the United States. That just means more and more people are going to become gambling addicts and sports betting addicts and get themselves into a lot of financial trouble and ruin their lives. So I'm not going to completely talk about what I had already recorded in that video before this one, but that's why Sports Betting Truth exists. I'm not here to give you advice on how to win at betting on sports. I'm here to prevent you from ruining your life on sports betting by giving you the realities of sports betting and the cold hard truth. And that is most people, pretty much everyone who tries to bet on sports is going to lose in the long run. And I'm here to prevent you from ruining your life. I'm not here to help you win betting on sports. But that's another video.
It's not funny. It's not funny. You're a wuss and you need help. And you got.
And that's another thing Dave is saying. It's not funny. I think a lot of people glorify the fact that they're a degenerate. You see this a lot in online sports betting communities where people like celebrate the fact that they're a total degenerate betting on rock, paper, scissors or some random obscure cricket league in like Southeast Asia. They glorify the fact they're degenerates. And I think a lot of people do that to mask the shame and to kind of help mask the fact that they are indeed a problem gambler with an addiction, and it's their way of coping. But don't do that. That's the equivalent of like going up to an alcoholic who's an Alcoholics Anonymous and like getting drinking in front of him or something like that, glorifying the fact that you're a degenerate. Don't do it. Don't do it because you're just going to be a stumbling block for people.
You are messed up. This is, and you just read your own email, how messed up you are. You have $4,000 and your wife, who is the only person on the planet who actually thinks you're cool, wants some money. And you are going to give her $250 of your $4,000. I want to choke you. Your job is to serve your family, not your sports betting addiction. There's no data that says that people who sports bet end up wealthy. As a matter of fact, there's a ton of data that indicates that the person that you're betting with ends up wealthy and you end up with nothing.
That's probably the smartest thing I've ever heard on the subject of sports betting. Like I said, I might as well shut down Sports Betting Truth because you just need to watch this 7-minute video for all you need to know. But what he said is dead on. There's no data out there that shows that you can become wealthy betting on sports. Booking, being a booker, being a bookmaker, absolutely. But becoming wealthy betting on sports, I mean, I would love to meet the person who has.
There is no data that says that when you act like that you own everything and you are throwing coins, what's the thing for Mary Poppins? Tuppence to the poor. You're throwing tuppence to the poor, like your poor little wife. We're going to give her a tuppence, or whatever that was. I can't remember that.
She's not a poor little wife, though, Dave. She's the spender.
Yeah, she's the spender. He's the saver. See, dude, you are so, there's so many.
Here's the thing about this email, Jason. And some people, quite a few, in fact, can have a 1 or 2 drinks. They can go to dinner, have a drink, have a glass of wine, have a cocktail. Some, though, can't ever again. Some people could get together with their buddies and put $25 in on something, or go to Vegas once a year or whatever. You, my friend, probably are not that person. And so I'm suggesting you might have to close this account and never open it again.
Not maybe, you do.
Ever.
Because the language you're using indicates you got all kinds of issues that haven't anything to do with the sports betting.
That's right.
And the sports betting is going to get exasperated. I see it all in the language.
Yes. You have to call somebody and say, I'm not okay.
You're not.
And that's not just advice for this Jason guy. That's advice for most people who bet on sports, including probably most of the people who watch my channel. The best thing you can probably do is close your sports betting account, cash it all out, and never bet on sports again. That's probably the best thing most people who bet on sports can do. Trust me, you will come out ahead.
Not okay. You're a sick puppy. Gosh, I hope we weren't unclear. So it sounds like we're making fun of you because we are, okay? And
I'm not so much.
We are. No, you are. You're like, this is the worst email I've ever had. And if there are dumb people like this are on the planet, we're always going to be employed.
That's true. That's
you
true.
are making fun of him. But I mean, here's the thing, dude. It's so messed up that it's impossible to not make fun of it and give you a loving, kind, gentle answer with a straight face without being sarcastic. Because everything in this is so freaking absurd.
That's it. It's the absurdity. So put the addiction aside. This is the way you treat your wife is absurd. The way you think that this is a side hustle is absurd. The way you think this is saving, you're a saver, is absurd. Everything in here is absurd, and so the absurdity has to be addressed, and we're doing that with sarcasm and humor. Go get a job.
We just don't know what else to do.
Go get.
All right, I'm going to close the video by saying this. If you see any of Jason in yourself, you need to do exactly what they said, and it's absurd, and close out your sports betting account and never bet again. If you identify with Jason, seriously, I'm not joking. There's a lot of Jasons out there who have such a warped view of what sports betting is for them that it's no longer recreation and it's more of a habit. If it crosses a line from being something you do recreationally, like they said in the video, some people can go out and have 1 or 2 drinks and be fine, but then you have alcoholics who cannot do that. They cannot enjoy alcohol in moderation. If sports betting has become less recreational and more of a habit for you, to where you're chasing some kind of fantasy that sports betting is a side hustle or second income for you, then you need to stop. You need to stop. Because unless you've proven that you can win long-term, mathematically concrete evidence of mathematical and statistical backing up the fact that you are a long-term winner, then you are not a winner, and therefore you need to examine what role sports betting plays in your life. And if you cannot keep it recreational, then you need to stop. That's what I'm going to say. Again, a lot of you are going to ask, why do you have a sports betting related channel when you're telling most people not to do it? Again, I have another video on that subject entirely, but just to paraphrase it and summarize it, I'm here to keep you from ruining your life, not help you win betting on sports. All right, guys, that wraps up for Sports Betting Truths video today. Great video, Dave Ramsey. I love it. I love it. I'm going to direct a lot of people to this one. Anyway, you've been watching Sports Betting Truth, grift-free sports betting advice.